how did you divorce your love for creating with the fact that you needed to get your business straight and
That was
learn it?
tough.
When and how did that take place? Did you have to fall on your face? Did you watch somebody else fall on their face and lose everything?
It's a good question.
How did you know? You know what? I got to study.
Well, you know what it was. I was doing so much because I was managing everybody. You know, I was Mystic's DJ, I was Planet Asia's DJ, and you know we had several things going on as a company at the time. So I had to start dishing things off, and you know I was somewhere DJing and I was thinking about some deal and the needle skipped. You know what I'm saying? And
There was too much going on.
It was too much going on. I was selling the merch. I was doing all the stuff that was, you know, while we were out there on the road. It's like, okay, I'm gonna have to pick one or the other. So I started focusing more on the management, and that's when the roster really started growing and the movement started growing. You know, but it was. For me, it was I can't really do both. Even though I'm good at it, I'm organized and I'm creative, and that's what allowed me to be a manager as an artist, right? But I couldn't really do both, so I put the creative to the side for many years. You know what I mean? And maybe 10 years ago, or so, like when the crash happened in like 08, 09, I decided to start writing again, just to kind of get back into it. I got to a point where the artists that I was working with got so far removed from knowing that I got busy, like they wouldn't really listen to my ideas in the studio. They're like, whatever, Walt, so you don't know what you're talking about. Like, okay, ain't this a bitch? Right. You know what I'm saying? So I made an album just to show cats, like, if you put me in a room by myself, this is what you'll get, right? And that's what helped me that's what got me back into creating again, writing again, producing again. You know what I'm saying? And it was really just for the love of it, not because I wanted anything out of it, because it's what I would do anyway. You know what I'm saying? For me, it's always been a form of expression.
When did the paperwork come in? When did the business come in? When did you start taking the business serious?
Well, that's the management. You know what I mean? That's the management part. Like as soon as I started working with Asia, that's when it started getting serious, because I was the one that interfaced with everybody, all the lawyers, all the agents, all the booker, the booking agents and everything.
So when did you take it from management to your own music business administration company?
So that's a little fast forward. Like I said, after that crash happened, I kind of stepped away from the music for a while, got into technology. So I came back and started working with some tech companies and started understanding tech development and management and how to work with developers and build properties online and all of that kind of stuff. So while I got into that side of my brain, diversifying all my hustles, right, I'm always still getting calls and finding talent, because that's just in me, right? Like, artists, there's interviews out there of artists that I work with saying that I'm the one that helped them do such and such, and when young talent sees that, they call me because of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's never stopped, right? Even when I don't want it, like the time where I shut all of that down, you should see some of the cats that just walk through, that I would tell, okay, well, look, just do it like this, do it like that, just, leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? Out there.
Huge, right.
But I've seen that so many times, it's no big deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody gets a chance to dance, That's
everybody
how I look
get
at
their
it.
15 minutes, huh?
That's right. I've seen them come and go. You know what I mean? Seen them come and go.
So did you start your company before you became a music supervisor at Tyler Perry?
Yeah. So to answer the question and finish it up, the technology got me thinking about how to, apply the information that I have in my mind about the music business without being married to talent. I was a manager. Management is a thankless job. You know what I'm saying? And so I wasn't really interested in that, but I still want to help. Like, I got game that I could give artists that I know where the holes are and where the issues are, and I could tell you, but I'm not trying to. I don't need all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just,
I'm not trying to babysit.
Not trying to babysit, bro. So I turned it into a service. Like, okay, I can be an administrator, because it started with Asia. Like, once I stopped working with him, I would tell him, okay, you need to do X, Y, Z. get your publishing straight. You know those checks you like that come to the house, like that's because I did X, Y, and Z, right? So I could show you. It's like, okay, yeah. Did you do it yet? Yeah, I'm gonna get to it. You know, and then eventually he was like, man, Walt, why don't you just take your cut and do it for me? You know, because I'm not gonna do it. I'm not. All right, Asia. You know what I'm saying? And then I started, you know what? And then I started doing it. I was like, okay, I'll do it. So I started looking at it. Then I could see everybody who was jacked up. I could see, like, okay, you did a song with so-and-so. Their stuff's not together. This person ain't together. I'm okay. I got to call them, get your stuff together so I could do these registrations. I realized, like, you know what? It's a lot of people that this part trips up. I was lucky enough to get the game early. Like, I went to San Francisco State had this music program, and they taught music publishing. I took a class at 18 and learned about music publishing. Best thing I ever did, like in terms of this career, like understanding that got me ahead of the game in all my deals. You know what I'm saying? And just understanding what it meant to not sell it and how to manage it, right? That's really what the music business is managing copyright. So that's what I'm doing now with Fairview MBA is music business affairs. Is I help manage copyrights. I help artists get their catalogs together. Like we got so many. I mean, we know what this is. Like, we write the future, right? Like, the shit that we create runs everything, and it has for time, all the time, right? Mm-hmm. But we don't control how it flows. We don't understand how it flows. You know what I'm saying? So
we don't control the machine that puts it out.
We definitely don't do that. But even we don't even understand how it makes money. You know what I'm saying? And what the things are that go with that. You know what I'm saying? And that's where a lot of cats get twisted up. They say there's no money in the music business. No, you leaking 75% every time you put it out because you didn't dot your I's and cross your T's. And it's a big, they call it a black box. And they put there's 2.5 billion uncollected royalties every year. And that shit evaporates if nobody comes to claim it.
Wow, 2.5.
It doesn't evaporate. Yeah, that's right. Would it be? And it's not. It doesn't evaporate. It gets cut up amongst the bosses. You know what I'm saying? And they're counting on y'all not doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? It was purposely made confusing, so you won't get to it, or you got to hire somebody else to do it for you, and it's usually them. You know what I mean?
So what other services, or what are the kinds of services that your company offers?
I do, publishing administration, royalty collections, label administration, catalog cleanup. It could be as simple as me helping you affiliate, and showing you where to go and giving you a template. You know what I'm saying? You could watch some of my videos and learn. And
so you a whole music university.
That's right, music business affairs. And I just want my brothers, all of y'all, everybody that creates to. We do that because we want people to hear us, and we want to make a living. We want to live well, and we can live well doing what we do.
You said it a little bit, but how important? Let's just put it straight on the table. How important is it to handle that back end? I mean, we know everybody that's a rapper. We know everybody that say they got a record company, but most of them on paper don't have anything. Right. How important is that back end stuff?
It is the music business. That's the main reason cats ain't getting what they supposed to, and the other folks do. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's super important because, if you don't, I tell people this. It's like, when I tell them, when I write the number on a napkin and tell them how much it's going to cost for me to do it for them, and they're like, well, listen, if you don't do what I'm talking about, I can guarantee you won't make any of the money that's there for you.
Right.
That's it.
Straight up.
You
got to invest in yourself.
I don't have to do it. You know what I'm saying? If you want to have somebody else, that's for my time. It takes, it's purposely made confusing. I have a system. I've worked out systems to do. I've been doing it long enough. I know when I'm looking at it what to do, and it's not rocket science. I could tell you how to do it. I could teach anybody in the room how to do it, but are you going to do it? Right. You have to do it. Right. It's like owning. This is the other thing I say. It's like owning a home, right? Real property, right? music is intellectual property, right? And just like real property, you have to file paperwork and you have to stay on top of your, all of your business, or you're not going to fully benefit from that property, right? So, this is what we have to do. We have to take that responsibility with our ownership, because when you create these things, they could change the world. You know what I'm saying? They could change your life and they could change the world. Like, I've seen it dozens of times, bro. People sleeping on the floor of the studio. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's endless.
Right.
The creativity is endless, but we have to. It's an era of ownership. I'm from the Bay, bro. I'm from the independent, out the trunk, fuck the labels. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm from that, right? Like, when we had to go to Kinko's and make covers and like all that type of shit just to get heard. You know what I'm saying? Like, radio, and now it's different because of the technology.